Hello everybody, my name is George and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi guys and welcome back to another video with me. Hope you're all keeping well, keeping safe, keeping positive, productive as you can be. Today, Josh is chatting with Sean Maguire. Oh yeah. A lot of you may know Sean Maguire in his younger days over here doing Grange Hill, Eastenders, and then now he's in America carrying on his acting career in Once Upon a Time. He was in The Class, loads of stuff, and still got more stuff going on now. But enough from me, let's just start cracking on and chatting with Sean. Here we go.
Lovely. Well, again, thank you so much, Sean, for coming on. First of all, do you want to give a 30 seconds journey through Sean Maguire's life and what you've done and
Sure. In the very shortest way, I started at 5, did a movie called Voyage Around My Father with an actor called Laurence Olivier and Alan Bates, and then I kind of did a show called Grange Hill when I was about 9 or 10, and that lasted about 4 years, and then that kind of got my career going. Did a bunch of other shows and films, and then joined EastEnders when I was 16 or 17. Stayed there for less than a year, and then left EastEnders, and then did another show called Dangerfield, and then another film, and then had a pop career inexplicably for 3-4 years, and then after that I went off and did theatre, and then that led to another job, and then that job led me to move to America, where I ended up working for Warner Brothers for 8 years, and now I've been here 20 years, and luckily they haven't kicked me out yet.
Amazing. I remember watching Once Upon a Time and not knowing you were on it at the time, and then when I was watching it, my mum was in the living room and she was like, oh my goodness, that's Sean Maguire. And then we've just been watching it. It's such a great show, Once Upon a Time.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank you. It was I didn't realise how fortunate it was to get on that show. My mum watched it, funnily enough, before I was in it, and I remember being back in it, and she was like, oh, have you seen this show? It's very good. And I was like, I have. Because I met on Once Upon a Time for the pilot, and the producers were interested in me for another role because Robin Hood hadn't come along at the time. Yeah. And then I was offered another job that was guaranteed. So rather than wait to see if Once Upon a Time would pan out, I took the other job, and the other job was a pilot that never got made. And then Once Upon a Time became this big global hit, and I was like, oh,
crazy.
Gosh, I picked the wrong lane. But then it came back round, so that's what happens sometimes. You know?
That is it. And you were an Irish dancer. Forgetting that major thing out, getting those. How long did you do that for until you kind of went more onto the acting side?
I mean, I danced I was at my first class, I think 2 weeks after I was born. My mum brought me to her dancing class in a bassinet. And I guess as soon as I was good enough to walk, I was dancing. And that continued really until the kind of acting career took over everything in my life. But I think I danced at the World Championships when I was, I don't know, I was sort of older, maybe 15, maybe 16. I can't have been when I was in EastEnders, I don't think. I don't remember last year I danced at the World, but the last year I danced was just in figure, I think, in a figure team.
Oh, okay,
But Irish dancing, I think, was a massive part of what I ended up doing. I think coming from a theatrical family, being on stage at an early age, predisposed me to that, wanting to be in front or being comfortable in front of an audience and stuff. But also dancing is a great skill. It helps football. It helps your balance. It helps your acting. Cary Grant was an acrobat. These physical skills can be very useful for an actor, as lots of different skills can be. So that's why it's kind of great as an actor to try and pick up as many things as you can, whether it be an instrument or dance or languages or accents, because all of them can be used in an actor's career.
Yeah, I mean, I would say mine is pretty similar to that, in that I obviously started with Irish dancing, as about 4 or 5 years old, and a lot of jobs that I've done now has either kind of linked back to any kind of Irish dancing connections. So I kind of owe a lot to that era, even though at the time I did it, I hated it because I would be made to go on stage. I was sick once before I went on stage, and I was told I still had to go on, and that was by my nan. She had no control in...
I can believe it. I remember your nan very well. She was not a trifle.
Yes.
She was an amazing woman, but yeah, you wouldn't want to disagree with her.
Absolutely not. I miss those days. But anyway, how have you been finding isolation? Because I don't know, how far are you ahead of us with everything that's going on at the minute? Or
we are in, I think, I'm going to say about week 8 of kind of lockdown, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I think we locked down
before us.
Maybe a week or 2 before you guys. I think within the virus's journey, we may be a week or 2 ahead of you. I think being quarantined has its challenges. As I said earlier, I tried to fill the day. Then I broke a finger accidentally when I was trying to help my son out of the pool, and that knocked the exercise out and became a bit of a sloth for a few weeks. And now I'm sort of getting my mojo back and getting busy. I'm recording a podcast with a friend, and I'm recording a radio play for a company. As I say, writing and looking after the kids. So I think the key is sort of trying to be busy, trying to keep busy, set little goals, achievable goals, and then also don't beat yourself up too much if you're drinking a little bit more than you should, or you're not exercising as much as you should. I think it's a strange period for everybody, but I also feel like we're just maybe coming around the bend of it now. We may have, I don't want to be quoted on this, but we may have the worst of it behind us, and hopefully by the end of the summer we might all be able to start becoming our normal selves again.
Have you got any new skills that you've taken up on since isolation?
My best friend and his partner live just up the road from us, and he's a very good piano player. And he very kindly he's my son's godfather, and he bought my son a piano about a year or 2 ago. Yeah. And so I was hoping that he would teach me piano, and I wanted to come out of quarantine playing piano like John. And then, as I say, I broke my finger, and that kind of put that on hold. But I'm starting to be able to move a little bit. So I want to, that's something I would like to at least be able to have a basic knowledge of when we come out. But again, I'm not gonna beat myself up too much if I don't. I've been playing guitar a little bit as much as I can. But I find that really helps me. It's a bit like exercising. It's different than taking a walk. It's different than drinking. It's different than watching a movie. To create something, if you're a creative person, there's a need to just, I don't know, make a noise, paint something, write something down. I find it quite satisfying.
What is going to be your first thing to do once isolation is over? What are you planning on doing?
Obviously there's a ton of stuff. I've got some jobs and work things and responsibilities, but the first thing I really want to do is throw a really big party at my house and have as many people that I love all in one place. And I'm going to lick their faces. I'm going to get everyone in a scrum. I'm gonna sing "Come On Eileen" naked with 50 people. I'm going to. I think like anything, when you're told you can't have something, the natural human reaction is to want it more. And I'm a very social person. I like having friends over. I like having dinner parties and stuff like that. And I really, really have withdrawal from being able to have that physical closeness with my friends. You know, I feel it. I feel the loss of it. So that will probably be the first thing.
Yeah, I think the whole world will be having one hell of a party, and
I think the whole world's going to turn into Coachella as soon as we're all given the release. I think it'll be like Notting Hill Carnival, Coachella, Glastonbury, just worldwide, and that's what I want to see. I can't wait to see. It'll be like, I don't know, I guess the Olympics and the World Cup are the two things when the whole planet tends to come together in a synchronized way. And even if you don't like football, you can or the Olympics, you can appreciate the whole world doing something at the same time, the same emotions. And I think this, since the Second World War, is probably the first time the whole world has really gone through something together. And so, you remember those famous pictures of, at the end of the war, a soldier kissing a nurse in Times Square? I feel like we've got some of those moments coming in our future.
Absolutely. We're kind of coming to the end of this little chitter-chatter now. This is a bit of a novelty, and I know you said earlier about Disney Plus. Disney Plus or Netflix? What's your go-to?
Well, obviously Disney Plus is really useful, especially in quarantine, because of their content. But in the rare time when we can get the kids to bed and actually have something to watch, Netflix has a little bit more to choose from for us as adults. But we can barely get halfway through a movie before one of us falls asleep at this stage. Kids are going to bed so late, and then but Netflix. A friend of mine works for Hulu. They've got some interesting stuff. Amazon have got some interesting stuff. So there's a few different streaming networks that they're getting better and more competitive.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we've recently gone onto Amazon Prime. We didn't even realise they had some great stuff on there.
Yeah,
we didn't realise
good stuff, and all of them are now making original content as well. So Amazon have Man in the High Castle, Hulu have The Handmaid's Tale, Netflix they've all got something to do.
Yeah, it's absolutely tipping it down out here.
Oh, you poor thing.
What's the weather like over? Is it sunny?
It's pretty nice. Well, we had a couple of weeks of like grey skies and rain, which is in Los Angeles feels like the end of the world. And so at least now, when the sun's shining, people can sit out in their gardens or their little balconies or wherever they are and enjoy the sun. So sorry to hear that, London.
I know. Yeah. Well, we have actually been pretty lucky for about.
Yeah, I've heard it's been great.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Even though we can't really get good use out of it.
Sure, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that it is absolutely tipping it down right now. Beautiful. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I really appreciate you just taking your time and coming on here, having a little chat with me. All things isolation and bits like that.
Pleasure.
Really do appreciate it.
Well, to talk to you, John.
Yeah, you too. And if there's any other advice you can give to me throughout, let me know.
If I think of anything that I could impart, I'll send you a message. But if there's anything that you ever are curious about or you don't know which is the best way to approach it, I'm not suggesting I have all the answers, but I can give you the best answer that I have, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. No, I really do appreciate that. But thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Nice sun. Well, we enjoy the nice rainy weather.
Yeah, enjoy Netflix or Disney Plus.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, Sean, and I'll speak to you soon. See you later.
Take care.
Bye.
And there we go. Chat is done. Thank you again, Sean, for coming on, having a chat with me whilst the sun was shining over in LA. The rain is falling here in the UK. So you enjoy the rest of that sun. But thank you for watching. Here's to another video on What I Don't Know. Joseph is coming through the door because we're going to have some dins. And keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Let's support one another during this time. And see you next week. My name's Josh.